Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? It is your boy, Dylan Buckley. Yeah, buddy! And it's episode 11 of the PNC Lads podcast. We're here to welcome you to Tuesday morning. Basically to everyone. I think it's Tuesday all over the world when this comes out.
It's nationally known, it's actually globally known that Tuesday is the worst day of the week.
Really?
Yeah, it's international Tuesday. Everyone hates Tuesday. Think about it.
I would have thought Monday would be the worst
No,
day.
because Monday you've just had the weekend. So it's like, you know, how was your weekend, bro? Oh, yeah, dude, it was crazy. Did this, did that. Tuesday, we got nothing to talk about. It's Tuesday, still 3 days till the weekend. No footy on. There's nothing to talk about. Wednesday comes, and it's weekend eve. Do you know what I'm saying?
Tuesdays used to be good because they were tight-ass Tuesdays and pizzas would be cheaper and whatnot.
And that is why cheap Tuesdays became a thing, because they tried to make Tuesdays better.
I would have thought they just would have given the big two of these ones to the public and said, deal with it, sons.
Mate, suicide rates would be
Through
up.
the roof.
Yeah, because think about it. Imagine you didn't have cheap pizza on Tuesday.
I want to live a life where I enjoy Tuesdays. That's my goal.
I enjoy Tuesdays.
Yeah. I mean, every day is not really.
INT, baby.
It's not really a certain day here. I didn't really get that.
I said IN. It's meant to be IET. I enjoy Tuesdays, but I said N because like enjoy sounds like an N. Fucking idiot.
Anyway, swiftly moving on. The day of recording this, it is a Sunday, and this weather's really taking a toll on both of us in Melbourne. You check the forecast; it's looking shit.
There's one day with sunshine in the next 10.
I woke up this morning, and I saw bit of sunshine out there. I'm gonna go catch that. So I open the front door. I start to see a bit of a light drizzle, and then I stand out there for probably like 3 minutes, and there was stuff all sunshine, and I closed the front door. I walk back inside. Starts bucketing down with rain.
Yeah.
And it's just upsetting. You just said, how do people do it here on a constant, like, yearly basis, year to year?
Yeah, as a forever thing. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Definitely not. I mean, there's a bit of sunshine out now, so I'm looking this way because it's making me happy.
Mate, you look at
skies.
You look at Perth's weather, and there's like, it's not even amazing, but it's just at least there's like 5 days with sunshine. Brisbane, the next 10 sunshine, mate. I'm thinking, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed. Like we mentioned, we're going to Sydney last week. We mentioned that we're going to Sydney the start of June. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I'll take cold. I can deal with the cold. Don't give me rain. Give me if you have to, give me like 15 degrees, but pure sunshine.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
You just don't want rain. Even wind. I can deal with wind. I just don't want rain.
Wind is pretty miserable. But anyway, how are you, son? You good?
Yeah. So as everyone knows, my left shoulder was cooked. That's now better. Now the right shoulder is cooked.
Right shoulder's, oh yeah.
So,
Woke up this morning.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my mattress, but my body, I've never really ever dealt with any sort of ever in my life.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting after fuck at this point. But
yeah, it's no, I think it definitely is the sleeping situation does play a part dramatically. First of all, the mattresses aren't up to standard. Second of all, the pillows are subpar. They're from Kmart.
Well, I'm thinking that's why my head's fucked.
Yeah. It was funny because just before we left for Melbourne, I was obviously in Perth, and I was on TikTok and I stumbled upon this woman saying that this is the best pillow in the world, and I googled it, looked at reviews, saw what it's about, and I was so excited to buy this thing. But I said, there's no point because I'm moving. But yeah, when we eventually do get back, that's one of the first things I'll be purchasing. I won't even need to because my pillow at home is good.
Yeah.
But it's. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna have trouble back in our own beds?
Yeah. You'll feel uncomfortable for the first couple of days because I think like your body's used to it. So like at the moment, for anyone, I'm about to get mattress talk. I bought a mattress for my bed last year for my birthday. Well, I got it bought for my birthday, but basically, like, you don't want a too soft a mattress because it's bad for your fucking ligaments back and all that shit because you don't want your body to be the heavy parts sinking and the light parts up, obviously. The mattresses here are extremely soft.
Yeah.
And I think, like, that's kind of the problem because my body is sinking, but my head is not as heavy as my body. and therefore my neck is kind of like fucked.
You know what? I'm not actually uncomfortable though anymore.
No, bro, I'm not even kidding.
I'm comfy.
Last night's sleep, I don't think I moved at all last night either because it was cold, and it was actually a really great sleep. I woke up and go, oh my fucking shoulder and neck.
No, I got one of the extra like, sleeping blankets put on top of my bed, and I slept like a baby, and that's the thing. I'm just my body's just acclimatized to the poorness of that mattress. But no, we'll move on. We forgot to do the Spotify playlist last week. We'll do that in a bit. But I wanted to, first things first, we went to the cinemas the other day.
We did.
And that was really fun.
Really
there's still another movie I do want to see in the next week or two. But we saw the Mario movie, and when that first got announced, I was excited. But then there was some chat about it, and I was a little bit, I don't know if it's going to be good. Then I asked one of my friends, I'm gonna go potentially see that, and he said, I almost cried, mate. It was fantastic. And I said, oh. And then we eventually bought the tickets. Absolutely brilliant.
It was a good movie, yeah. It was like they incorporated everything from like the Mario series into the movie. It's like you had Mario Kart, Super Mario, like all that good stuff, which was mint. And the animation is fucking phenomenal too. So
I genuinely almost couldn't fault the movie. The only thing about it was it went very, very quick. Like it was a very quick movie, but I don't think you can drag out those types of movies.
I feel like the beginning. So like I don't want to spoil it. Like the first part of the movie where they're kind of getting to the main storyline went for longer than the
second half.
The second part, and I feel like the second part should have been longer than the first part. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it kind of the story happened pretty quickly, like that main part.
Yeah, I feel like once it got to the story, it was just like boom, 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 end. I was like, holy shit.
There was no real there's no real setbacks type of thing. You know, there's in the plot, there's a setback type. It kind of was just like kind of smooth sailing. But no, if you go see the movie, there's 2 sets of end credits. Well, there's 2 sets of scenes after the end credits. Does it give away a lot? Not really, but it's a little sneak peek as to there's going to be another one, which will be sick. And I've only got really good things to say about it. I would rate it in terms of my enjoyment. I actually laughed at parts, 1, and 2, it made me happy because it brought me back to a place in my childhood. I'd have to give it like I don't want to be too generous here, but like a 8.4. Yeah, I loved it.
I'd give it like a 7.5.
7 I feel like that's...
Just because the storyline's a bit like...
But they can't do
But it's designed for kids. Like, that's why.
Yeah.
It's a PG rated movie. Like that when you're making movies like Interstellar, phenomenal cinematic masterpiece because it's designed for fucking intellectual human beings. That movie was designed for stupid people.
Yeah. Well,
like, you could be the most dumb person on the planet and understand that storyline.
Yeah. That's the thing though.
But it was enjoyable. I don't know.
I reckon if you took a kid there, they would have loved it.
Oh, 100%.
And like I feel, I mean, it was just if you go see it. What I'm saying is go see it. The other movie I want to watch is Air Jordan. I've heard fantastic things about that as well.
Yeah.
But no, a trip to the cinemas is expensive.
It was a very nice cinema though.
But besides the chairs.
Oh, the chairs were trash.
Were awful. And that really ruined my experience, not going to lie.
It was a fucking half reclining chair. Who puts recline... Like, even the ones at the Hoyts at home, they don't even go up enough.
They don't, but I've been more comfortable back home than that one.
I'm more comfortable in this.
Oh, of course. But I'm saying, like, the Hoyts back home, I felt more comfortable there.
Yeah, well, they're like 3/4 thing. And even that's still not enough. I want to be able to like literally like sit like this. That's how I want to watch the movie.
Yeah, this one was just stupid. You did not feel comfortable in that position whatsoever.
Nah.
Then I had to like put my foot up. I'm glad the cinema was kind of dead because we sat apart from each other, and I had like my leg hanging over like the seat next to me. It was it was kind of strange. Not gonna lie.
Do you remember when Hoyts used to have the red chairs and you could put up the arm and then like bro, they used to be low key goated. If you were not like, if you went to the cinema with your mum and shit, and like, I'll just fucking sleep on her fucking lap, bro.
Yeah. Well, I always think the removal of those types of chairs has killed cinema blowies.
Yeah.
And it's killed like a bit of fondling in the cinema.
You could definitely get a little hand job though.
Yeah, but it's tougher. It is tougher. I mean, you could be I could be shoulder to shoulder, like with someone in those old chairs. Got a massive fucking armrest in between you that doesn't go up.
Yeah, you're right.
It's vastly different.
Maybe that's why they did it, bro.
Saying that though, those used to suck. Those chairs.
The red ones.
Those were awful. So it was a change that needed to be made. Go get your blowy or your wristy somewhere else, I say.
No, I think just do it still. It adds a little bit more to it because now it's harder to do. And that makes it a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more daring.
There was a couple in our cinema.
I think they were doing it.
In the back left corner.
Yeah.
I said, this cinema's, it's free. There's so much open space you've chosen there. Kind of dangerous.
There was no doubt in my mind she was getting her fucking smashed, bro.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought I heard something at one point. And I kind of don't know if I saw anything. But no, yeah. Go see the movie. It was fantastic.
And you know what? Good for them.
Good for them.
So
good for them. Should we hop on the... Should we review footy just yet or not?
Nah. I think we got to run up one of the seggies.
You want to run up one of the seggies? Okay. Well, we can do... What do you want to do?
No, I don't mind.
We can do oddly satisfying things.
We got a lot sent in. Oh, my shoulder.
Yeah. I've only got one. Do you have one?
I got one, but
alright, so we can do one or two from the public as well.
Yeesh.
Right, so my oddly satisfying thing. When I wake up after a night out and my shoes aren't battered beyond repair, it's so oddly satisfying.
Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal.
Because you don't realise the damage that you do on a night out to your kicks. And the next morning when you see them and they're absolutely destroyed, it's so demoralising. It's really tough on the soul. You're already hungover, you're malnourished, your throat's dry, you're starving and you want greasy food. And now you have to deal with the fact that your $200, $300, $400, whatever, however much your shoes cost, they're fucked.
Yeah.
And you got to find all the utensils on that Sunday morning to try and bring them back to a decentish standard. It's tough. So when that's not the case and I don't have to clean them or it just takes one simple baby wipe, yes fucking please.
Yes, sir. My oddly satisfying thing for the week is when you're on some sort of a late night drive. So for the context of this one, I'm going to say you've just dropped all your mates off and you've got, say, like a 15 to 20 minute drive home back to your place. It's like midnight. And you can just play your tunes, whatever, like your music, it's vibing. And then there's a little bit of rain falling. It's late at night. You're driving. There's zero traffic. Yeah. One of the most satisfying things. That is like my happy place.
Yeah.
Bro, when I used to have my Skyline, I actually used to like driving my car. I used to fucking literally, if I was ever just like bored or if I just was like pissed off for some reason or sad or whatever, I would literally just get in my car and I'd just go for like a half an hour drive. And just throw tunes on. If there was a little bit of a drizzle, even better. A little bit of little tyre lube as well. So that makes it fun.
I hate drizzle. I think it's just unnecessary. If you're going to rain.
I love driving in like when it's drizzling, bro.
Nah, when it's like when we drove to the cinemas the other week, I hated that. Because I barely know Melbourne roads. It's pissing down with rain. It's freezing cold. It's dark. And bro, I don't know what it is over here. I feel like there's less street lights. It's so dark in places. You can't see what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'll give you that one. Sometimes those drives are nice. It's clear the brain.
Bro, it's just satisfying, bro. I'm just like, oh.
Do you have one from the public?
I do. Well, I will get it up.
This is the type of chat that we do whilst we try and get these go back to the story archive.
Get it? Nah, it's not even in the archive. It's still up there.
Oh, beautiful.
So we got one from, I'm just going to assume the name is Nick.
Yeah.
But my man said, or girl, I'm not going to assume no genders. Oddly satisfying thing, cleaning out the earwax with your fingernails while you're in the shower. It's not something I personally do, but I think that's the whole point of it being odd. I don't know.
I do it. Yeah, I like to get in there, like the little crevices of your ear, and then even like there, if you've got some there, I mean, it's a good place. You can clean your hands instantly after, so
It's true.
get it out. Good work, son. Good boy.
Good boy. And this was my personal. I like this one, but only satisfying thing when last minute plans come together.
Yeah.
And this is something that like the best nights out will happen within 2 hours, like of the plans. Like, it'll be a Saturday, 4 p.m. Nothing is planned, and then you're just in a weird mood, and you just hit the group chat up, and there must be something in the air because everyone is in the same mood. So everyone's thinking the same thing. First person who said like, boys, beers, let's go. Like, everyone come over, let's get on the fucking sauce. Boom. And then everyone just goes, yep, I'm keen. What time? And you just think, oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
It's exciting when it happens in this house because you can see them straight away and one word will be said and then it's like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'm kind of keen. What do you reckon he'll say? Deal. You keen? Yeah, I'm keen. Oh.
And then it's on.
And you see it becoming a reality. Then everyone goes in their separate directions. One goes for a shower. One's brushing their teeth. One's getting the keys ready to go get some fucking alcohol. One's getting the cups ready. One's getting the cards ready. It's a supply chain. It's a operation that, unveils in front of us, and it's beautiful. It is amazing.
It's fucking fantastic. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, those spontaneous nights, they are always, I will say it, always better than a planned one.
Yeah, 100%. It's just fucking awesome. There's no better feeling. Like, dude, when the first person rocks up, or even in this house, like, you just crack that first bev, and now all the fucking production is done. It's just now it's fun time. Oh, it's fun time, all right.
Yeah, no, the pre's here are really good. I really do like them, and that's one thing I will miss when we eventually head back.
Hard statement. Pre's is always better than the fucking night out.
Oh yeah, that's a given. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one, I think.
Yeesh.
We'll do our draft. Whatever the intro is.
Well, they're going to see that, so you...
Yeah, I know.
No point you fucking doing it.
I still wanted to do it. Now, today, last week's one, bit of controversy. People had their opinions. I think it's going to be the same again. We're going to be doing our draft for mobile app games, specifically like a couple years back.
Well, I did iconic phone games.
Yeah, so mobile app games, not on if you're an Android person, I suppose, but mainly iOS. There were some iconic ones that I played growing up, and so did Ev. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we have if we steal some off of each other.
I feel like phone apps aren't the same as they used to be.
Oh no, they're not. They're all pay to win now.
Yeah, but you think like all these ads and stuff like Raid Shadow Legends and stuff. I've never downloaded them, but I feel like these games, bro, the games back in the day used to be so simple. Yeah. Like they were very, very minimal games, and it's like because they were so ahead of their time. Now those games just, I don't know if kids' attention span firstly is just nowhere near.
Kids may be playing them. We don't know.
Maybe,
we're not children.
Well, you got fucking like nieces and nephews. Do they fucking play games on their phones?
They don't have phones. They have like tablets and stuff, but my brother's kids don't have tablets. They've got nothing like that. I assume they play some stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, like I reckon they're playing Raid Shadow Legends and shit, dude.
Maybe.
You think about like that's crazy, dude.
Anyway, let's get into it. As we always do, paper, scissors, rock to see who starts first.
Yeesh.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Hey, I finally won one. It's been a while.
Finally won one.
I'm gonna say that my number one phone game, and the only reason this is my number one is because I've still played this game, and I have played this game since I was about 12 years old. And that is why Clash of Clans is going to be my number one.
Yep.
And I feel like back in the day, 90% of the people that are listening to this right now played Clash of Clans. They just stopped.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them. Never downloaded that game once. And it's funny. It's been multiple people come and go in this house, and someone will always say, "Oh, you're playing Clash," when Evan's playing Clash on his phone. And then they'll get into this nerdgasm of a conversation where they're like, I used to play that game. Oh my God, what rank are you?
No, they love
I'm
it.
just like...
They love it though, bro.
This is crazy. Like, these pricks actually just love this game.
Bro, I'm sitting at number 10 in the world, so like ladies hit my line, but...
It's,
number 10 in Australia, I should say. So like the blokes who come here, they're like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And it kind of is fucked up.
My number one pick, I absolutely love this game. I think my cousin got me into it. And this game actually got me into a bit of trouble because my Apple ID was actually my brother's, and it had his credit card connected to it, and I was a little cheeky, devious child, and bought a few of the in-game transactions, and then I was, bro, when that monthly
bill comes through,
I was dreading it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I know what I've done, but I'm hoping like he doesn't see it or something, or my mum doesn't see it.
Yeah.
And I remember just copping a fucking spray. Anyway, that game is my first pick, my first mobile game, Zombie Farm. Absolutely love that game.
That's not what the game I thought you were about to say, because I feel like you did that on another game too.
Oh, I forgot that game. About that game.
Because that was a great game. I was about to give the backstory to that. But
yeah.
If that's not on your list, I'll just fucking...
It is on my list now. But no, that is still regardless. Number one, I loved that game, bro. It was so much fun. Had a great time. Yeah,
no, that was a great game. I remember one of my good mates, Braden, got me into that game. But I used to play it on the iPod.
Yes, same. My iPod Touch or iPod Nano.
It was iPod Touch. iPod Nano was like the non-touch one. The iPod Touch was like the first touch kind of phony vibe.
Yeah. I used to like change the date and time on my phone, so like my crops would grow and shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I would properly cheat.
But do you know how crazy it is to think that iPods Touches don't exist anymore?
Yeah, I've still got mine at home.
Mine's in a drawer somewhere, but it does not work.
Yeah, it probably would. You just need to find a good old charger for her. Battery might be fucked though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But great game, and I did play that game too. But it wasn't on my list, funnily enough. But my second game that so my pick two, I used to nerd this game.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the old Temple Run.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played it, eh?
Really?
No, I don't think I ever played that one. I know what it is. I know it was very popular.
I feel like this style of game, similar to, Subway Surfers, those kind of games, all of those games, they had the same formula. Run.
Yeah, collect shit on the way through.
And fucking swipe to turn.
Yeah, so simple.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. These kids these days would be like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I used to play that game for fucking hours. Yeah. I remember when I first got my iPod, I was literally sitting on the floor. The batteries were so bad, I used to leave it plugged in, sitting there, and my birthday was before my brother's by 3 days. This poor dude sitting there watching me play while he's just watching me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because he can get his 3 days. Unlucky champ.
Tough. Yeah.
But Temple Run is my pick too.
Yeah. No, I can respect that. I think a lot of other people respect that pick as well. My pick two, thank you for reminding me, this wouldn't have made the top 5 when it clearly should. Dragonvale. I used to come to school. I think shout out to Sylvester.
You and Sylvester both had iPhones.
Yeah, he might have. I can't remember if he got me into it. But this was another one that got me in trouble in terms of the microtransactions. I absolutely love this game though. It was fantastic. I know I spent some serious dosh on it. But I also just nerded that shit out, grinded it out. Be interesting to see if other people fucked with Dragonvale.
Everyone fucked with Dragon. Bro, I remember being at school, because this was in year 7 and no one had phones. Everyone had phones, but not.
People were starting to
No one had iPhones, and it was like you and Sylvester were the only ones in the class, or at least that we kind of were frenzy with.
Yeah.
And you and Sylvester would literally be playing Dragonvale, and you would have a crowd of 15 people each. You guys would be sitting here playing like this on your phone, and there would be people on your shoulder just watching you play.
It's funny that you remember that, because I don't really remember that.
Bro, it is insane.
I remember I had a skin on my iPhone, and
you had the Game Boy one.
I had a Game Boy one, but then I had I had another one as well that had like graffiti and shit. I actually stuck to the back of my actual iPhone. Nah, those were funny times.
Bro, the iPhone 4, dude.
iPhone 4S I had. It
was like the first iPhones that kind of came out.
So guessed to have it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a great pick too. Also not on my list, because I actually didn't play that game a lot. Maybe that's the difference. I was Clash and you were Dragonvale.
Yeah, I was that guy.
So my pick 3, yeah. Yep. So my pick 3 is going to be, I could say Subway Surfers, because it was a fantastic game, but I feel like I've already got Temple Run, so they're kind of similar. So this game is the dumbest game of all time, but I used to nerd this game when I wanted to kill time, and it's Paper Toss.
I used to. How can you nerd paper
Bro,
toss?
it's not even like trying to be good. It's just trying to beat your record.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mate, I'm not even kidding. Like, you would just sit there. For anyone who doesn't know paper toss, you literally had a scrunched up piece of paper and you had a fan speed. There was 3 different speeds. Fast, like high, medium, low. Obviously, low's easier. And you would just sit there and you would just flick up.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I would get a ruler.
Yeah.
And I'd put a ruler on my phone. And I would use the ruler as
To make sure.
the guide.
Yeah.
That is some loser shit. But
Some
paper
engineering. No, great. That is a old timer. I wonder if people still play that
the
today.
best thing about that game, and a lot of these games, you did not need internet connection to play them. And because back then, iPods, you didn't have an internet connection because you weren't with a phone plan.
Yeah.
So like, you're on a plane trip, I'd just sit on paper toss.
Bosch.
Car trip, paper toss.
At a restaurant that you didn't give a fuck about, Bosch, paper toss.
Exactly.
Yeah, good pick. My pick 3. Who I'm taking at pick 3, in my opinion, the best mobile game ever to be created. It's going to be Pokemon Go.
Yeah. It's a later date one, but it is still phenomenal.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Bro, this shit had me venturing. This got people who didn't get off the couch off their asses, and it got them into the wild. I remember so many times, bro. You know, I'd be walking, and it was so funny, bro. I'd be walking by myself or with friends, whatever, and I'd be face down looking at my phone, and a car would go past, and they'd just assume what I was doing, and they'd just call me this, they'd call me that, they'd just abuse me. I was just a child.
Well, what's
it's
funny
fantastic
about that game in particular is that I remember when it came out, and it was one of those things, a bit like TikTok. When TikTok came out, and you had a group of people that, like, even I feel like I was one of them, but not for that long. But it was kind of like I'm not going to download this game.
Yeah.
Why would I play this game? You're a fucking loser if you play this game. Blah blah blah. Within the space of like a month, this game was mainstream.
Yeah.
You had blokes
Everyone doing it.
like people with quote unquote like swag, like people like fucking FaZe Banks, like someone who's genuinely a dope bloke, who's not quote unquote a nerd who would play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Is playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, fantastic game. I mean, we used to go to Kings Park at like 13 years old, catch a train and a bus for like an hour and a half to go catch Charizard.
Yeah, I remember the first time. I remember we sent a message like the day before. It was like a Friday night, and I remember sending to like the boys chat like, "Oh, you boys want to go to like go Kings Park? Like that's where all the like good Pokemon used to be." And we didn't all have it, and then we downloaded it and instantly hooked. There were so many. Everyone at Kings Park was there for that reason, to catch Pokemon and play Pokemon Go. You
would have swarms of people, bro. Someone would be like, "Oh my god, Charizard!"
Yeah.
You would have like 500 people just bolting down the road like to go catch this Charizard.
I remember I missed out on Charizard, and you and Jared got it. That was tough. That was a tough day.
That was a good day.
But no, that's my pick 3, old timer.
Oh yeah,
I think not be number 1.
I think that is probably the greatest phone game of all time.
Yeah, I'd have to say. Just the impact it had on people and the world.
That's a fantastic pick 3. My pick 4, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, you know what? I literally had this game maxed out. Jetpack Joyride.
Yeah, that was going to be my pick. Good
I had this game. I had every single character because you could get those little like power ups.
Yeah,
I had them all maxed out, like golden fucking Stomper dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not much more to say. The guy's a G. So pick 4 is Jetpack Joyride.
No, that's a great one. Probably would have gone to myself. Yeah, look, it's tough here. I don't know exactly what I want to go. I think you could play this one with friends, and I really did enjoy it. And it's kind of a stupid one, but I think I'm gonna go it. My pick 4 is gonna be it's gonna be glow hockey.
Glow? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, you just have a hockey puck, and it would be like a blacked out screen, but the border would be like fluorescent and glowy, and my puck would be glowy, and you could play with people like next to you and shit like that. It would be so much fun, and it was just, once again, just such a stupid fucking simple game.
Damn.
But I had a great time playing it, so it has to be up there. It has to be there. It's my pick 4.
I think that low-key could make my list trump you, because I don't know is that game popular?
I'm not sure.
With the people?
It'd be
I mean,
interesting to
it could
see.
be an underdog though, bro. Could be like.
I think it's just with the thing with these games, it's who you're around, and like because mobile games, you were like how other people around you influenced you. It's like my cousins played a load of mobile games, iPad games. I just see them and I'll download that, give it a go.
Well, I mean, I'm coming away, and I feel like this is a steal at pick 5, but my man Doodle Jump.
Oh yeah, I never played it.
Fucking great game. I mean, once again, there's not much more to say. It was a time waster. It didn't require internet. There was levels. It was great.
Yeah.
Bang. Doodle Jump.
No respect. My pick 5. My brother used to abuse me playing this game. He used to like just fucking shit on me because I wasn't up there in terms of like my vocabulary and whatnot. But Words with Friends.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, Words with Friends was a fun game. That's one game I'd probably still download today and give it a play around every now and then.
Yep.
But yeah, I used to play like a shit word that would just close off a certain section. My brother would be like, "Can you just grow up, mate? Fucking grow up and do some actual proper words."
Yep.
But no, that was on there.
I feel like that's a great list for both.
It is. Some honourable mentions I'd like to just say quickly. Plants vs Zombies.
Yep.
There was a game I used to play. Oh, Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
Obviously, Flappy Bird, Angry Birds. And then there was this car game I used to play, Asphalt 8. That was a really fun one.
Man, there's games for games galore. I mean, yeah, like you said, Fruit Ninja, Angry Birds, Candy Crush. Phone games are not the same as they used to be.
But once again, I think it's that thing. I'm not the same.
Oh.
I made a conscious effort to stop playing phone games.
These games wouldn't be fun now for us though.
No, but I think that's because we're who we are.
Yeah, of course. But I don't think these games would even be popping with kids.
Potentially.
Let us know if you guys have kids or you know kids. What games are they playing? I need to know.
Or
Let
if
us
there's
know
any
in the
children
comments.
watching.
Oh, fucking hell, you probably shouldn't be.
All right. Oh yeah, I want to speak about this quickly. I want to start a petition for supplement stores to offer out taste tests for pre-workouts. That's what I want to start a petition for.
Well, a lot of them do.
No, for pre-workouts?
Yeah. You know when they have they do. You know when they have the little tables when you walk in there?
Oh,
they've always got their like little promo things.
It's all their shit ones that they want to try and like get you to buy. They suck. No one's ever buying them.
Yeah.
If I go to a sub store and I say, "Oh, I really want to try this one," I want to be able to get like a little sachet or something where I can try it for free, or I pay $1, something like that, so I can try a sample. Pre-workouts, they're like $70.
Yeah.
It's an expensive purchase, right?
Yeah, the one I have right now, I'm not the biggest fan of the taste. It's a little different, but
That's the thing. I get like a bit of anxiety about trying a new pre-workout. And if I'm a big enough and good enough person to take that step and buy a new pre-workout, when my old one's perfectly fine, but I want to try something new, I want to be a different person, and I go buy it, I spend my hard-earned money, and then I try it, and I instantly fucking hate it. It's one of the worst things out.
yeah, but it's
demoralizing.
There's not so many pre's that you like that. Well,
You and I are
speaking
different,
for me though.
Yeah.
Like it's not that I hate them. Like this one right now is like a 5 in terms of the taste. It has a weird aftertaste. I don't like it, but like that just means I just put less water in it, fucking scull it, and then just drink water after.
But it's not the experience I want to have.
It's not. Obviously, having a great pre is phenomenal. But I try a new pre-workout almost every time. Now I've kind of run out of pre's to try, so I just kind of go to the ones I know. But like back in the day, I got one that was like one of the most god-awful things I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
but it's still pre and it's still energy. You just dry scoop it, bang.
No, I can't do it. I hit up one of our friends who works at a sub store and I said, "What's your return policy?" Thankfully, I was able to return that bad boy and get a different one because that was one of the worst pre's I've ever tasted. They still mock me for it every time I go in. "You sure you don't want this one, bro?" No, I'm 100% positive I do not want that one.
I do agree. I mean, taste testers would be handy.
Be very handy. It's like an ice cream shop. Let me go to Baskin Robbins, get every flavour if I want as a free sample. We missed out on the Spotify playlist last week, so let's do it now.
I would have for sure forgot.
Yeah. Bit of a disaster from us, to be fair. To be honest, I should say. My first song is going to be Propeller by GF5 and Dave. And there's some other people in there, but that's what I'm going to put in there. Fantastic tune. It's number 244.
Yeah, that's a track for sure. My track's going to be Meltdown from Nahoran. It's a new song. It's
Meltdown by Niall. All right. And my final track is going to be... what's happened here? Oh, I went on the wrong page. It's going to be Last Night by The Strokes. A new band I discovered. It's a tune I like. That's in there.
Mine is Close Friends, Lil Baby.
Close Friends. And that is the Spotify playlist. Once again, if you want to find this playlist, it's called PNC Lads Weekly on Spotify. We apologise to you Apple Music people out there. It's just not. We just can't do it for you. I'm sorry.
I don't apologise.
We apologise.
I apologise for absolutely nobody.
Let's do our footy review pretty quickly. It's Sunday, so there's still a couple games to go. How'd you feel about your team, mate? And how they went?
I mean, we have 26 free... We literally used, before submitting the team, every single fit player that West Coast has. We have 26 or 27 fit players available for selection, and we had to select all 27. 4 emergencies plus 22.
What's going wrong? Because this is 2 years in a row now, and surely you have to say that this is unacceptable.
I just think old, but also like I feel like...
There's some young people going down as well, mate.
Yeah, but an ACL is not a fucking injury you can control.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't know. I like, it is what it is, to be honest. I think a lot of players will be gone at the end of the year. But the difference is last year it was all soft tissue and obviously COVID. But this year it's just like ligaments and snapped ankles and fucking ACLs. Like, I mean, that's just rough.
Yeah, Jai Cully going down with another one. So that's
yeah.
That's tough for my boy.
I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, I thought we did okay up till halftime, but Richmond were gash. So,
well, they ended up winning by 46.
Yeah, they smashed it in the second half. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, we weren't like doing anything to keep us in it. They were just shit.
Yeah. I saw my team get a win finally.
Massive win.
Third of the year. That was nice to see. Still, it was against bottom of the ladder, so you have to take that into consideration. But you kind of forget what it's like to win and to play somewhat decent footy. So that was nice. It was nice to see some goals, and
I think we've won 3 games in 3 years. So
yeah, I can only hope that we try and play some. We try and improve every week. But we got Sydney away next week, which is going to be another tough game. So we'll see. But let's do our fixture predictions for next week, round 9. So Friday night, Richmond versus Geelong at the MCG. Who you got? I've got Geelong.
Yeah, Geelong.
Okay. West Coast versus Gold Coast at Optus.
Gold Coast.
Really?
Mate, well, you fucking know one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gold Coast as well. Sydney versus Freo at the SCG. I'm going to go Sydney, unfortunately.
I'll go Freo.
Ooh, I'd love to see it. But we don't... Not many teams win in Sydney. North versus Port Adelaide at BA. Where's that? Blundstone Arena. I think that's Tassie.
North versus who?
Port Adelaide.
Oh, Port Adelaide will give him a fucking dick in.
Port Adelaide should win that. Hawks versus Melbourne at the G. I'm going to say Melbourne.
Yeah. Brisbane
versus Essendon at the Gabba. I'm going to say Brisbane.
Yeah, Brisbane.
Carlton versus Marvel. Carlton versus Doggies at Marvel. Carlton in the mud right now.
We should try and go to that game, but I think Carlton will bounce back.
Do ya? I'm going to say Western Bulldogs get that done. Sunday, Adelaide versus St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. Could be a great game.
I'll go Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm going to say Adelaide get that done. And then finally, Collingwood versus the Giants at the G.
Yeah, Collingwood will win that.
The Pies win that.
Who? So as of right now, we're basically a third way through the season. Who you see winning the flag right now?
Who do I see winning the flag right now? Probably, I would say Brisbane or Geelong.
Yeah, I think right now Brisbane for me the best team, and then second would be Geelong for me as well. So, but I think Brisbane will win it. I said that at the start of the year, so I'm just going to stick with it. But I think they've hit their straps, but I also think Geelong has hit their straps too. So
I still think that a bit of me inside still thinks that Brisbane could struggle on the big stage in Melbourne when push comes to shove.
I just feel like with their they added a little bit of class to that team now. Like Dunkley, he had fucking 35 and like 18 contested. So when now Neil doesn't have to drop 45 a game and kick 10. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't think they're playing as good as they can be. Nowhere near.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Oh, of course. But they still have to get to that level, is what I'm saying. So that'll be interesting. Be very interesting as they start to verse some better teams in Melbourne if that happens. I'm not sure if that will happen in the normal season.
Yeah, well, who'd they just play? Because they just
played Carlton at Marvel.
Yeah,
so
and they looked pretty good and away from home, which is always like that's the thing with Brisbane. It's like, can you win in Melbourne? And like that's a big win in my eyes, because Carlton weren't awful, but obviously
they weren't great.
They weren't amazing.
They're pretty average right now. I like put them up against Collingwood or like a Geelong or even a Melbourne at the G. I think it's a much different story to be. Like it could go either way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, they used to playing on a small ground. It's what West Coast used to struggle with, playing at the MCG, because we obviously used to have Subi, the ground, Subiaco, so it's a way smaller ground. Yeah. It's the same as the Gabba. That's why they're so good at the Gabba, because it's so quick. Yeah. Subiaco was the same thing with for West Coast, and we used to get fucking. I mean, there was that thing West Coast could never win it in Melbourne, and we fucking couldn't. But like, what do you expect? We play there twice a year. Yeah. That was our first game against Richmond at the MCG this year. But
it's tough.
Brisbane is my pick. I'm sticking with it.
It's
on to bedroom blunders. So we got 1 cent in.
Yeah.
Guys, send us in any funny shit, even if it's like a friend. Like, we'll keep you anonymous, so it doesn't even have to be you. Like, if you've got a friend who's told you a story, like,
expose your friends.
Yeah, 100% expose them, bro. I screenshot. Oh shit! I screenshotted it. I was like, "Where the fuck is this story?" But I screenshotted it. All right. So, bloke Bradley said, "Hey boys, I got a funny sexual blunder story for you guys. If you're interested, it's a bedroom blunder. Me and my ex-girlfriend were invited to her mate's house because her parents weren't home. She had her boyfriend over, and so it was the 4 of us watching a movie in the living room. Bit of an odd situation here because because you've got Guy, his ex-girlfriend.
Oh wait, what?
Her boyfriend, and someone else watching a movie.
Wait, so him and his girlfriend have gone to?
No, not him and his girlfriend. Him and his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, have gone to where? To a girl's place where her boyfriend's there.
So, her new boyfriend, his ex-girlfriend, is now dating a guy.
Yeah.
They're both at this same house.
Yeah.
He's also at this house. He's single.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
another girl,
and they're watching a movie. There's
another girl there.
Yeah, there's another girl there, and there's 4 of them watching a movie. And their parents weren't home. She had it was the 4 of us in the room. Soon enough, she said she was going to drop her boyfriend to the train station because he had to go. So she said we could chill in the spare bedroom.
Oh.
So we did. We were told that her family was out and wouldn't be back for ages, and that she would be back within half an hour. So me and my ex were chilling on the spare bed naked. Bear in my mind, there were no covers for this bed. I don't know why. Soon we hear the door open and thought it was just her friend, but they came upstairs and opened the spare bedroom door, and her older brother opened it up. Safe to say he was not a happy man. He closed the door and shouted, "You got 5 minutes to get the fuck out of my house." At the time we were underage, so we were terrified. Long story short, I was lucky to get out of the house without him deciding to beat the fuck out of me.
Wow. Wow, I'd love to know what the situation is between him and his ex-girlfriend. Have they rekindled something, or?
Come on, you had to. You got to have smashed.
Bro, women. Hey?
Yeah.
Another soldier who just thinks he's just been dropped off by his lovely missus at the train station.
Yeah.
Stab in the back.
Yeah.
Backstabbed.
That's fucked up.
It's tough. Boys, be careful.
It's
Girls,
why-
be careful as well, but boys, I'm a boy, so I'm going to look after my boys.
That's
Be
why I'm
careful.
23 and single, deal, mate. These girls ain't shit, my boy.
That's tough, man.
It's just heartbreak after heartbreak.
It's tough. It's really tough. Good for you, though. Whoever
Yeah.
that guy was, Bradley.
Here's the real question is, like, it's always controversial, but, like, would you be mad? Like, who would you be mad at?
What do you mean?
So imagine you catch your girl cheating.
Oh, yeah. I'm mad at both.
Are you mad at, like, the guy that she's cheating with, or are you just mad at her?
You're mad at both, but you should be mad at your girlfriend more than the guy.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially on a night out, a lot of the times you don't know that a girl is in a relationship. How many times have you spoken to a girl and she's acting as if she's single?
Bro, I literally all
the time.
When we just went out, I literally text that chick.
Point in case, all the time. So if that happens to you, your loyalty isn't with a fucking random guy who doesn't even know that your girl's in a relationship.
It's true.
Your loyalty is with your girl. So obviously it's easier said than done to channel that anger, but you should be more angry at your missus.
Yeah,
because she owes you something. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's the way I've always seen it. It's like that girl doesn't owe that guy nothing. Like she don't know the guy that she's cheating with. Like he doesn't owe me fucking nothing, bruv.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like in his head, like why the fuck wouldn't he? But
it's tough.
That's gonna wrap up the show, I think.
Yeah, that's episode 11. Send us your feedback. Send us your comments. If you want to send in like your topics early, just comment them below for our next week, or DM us on Instagram, PNC lads. But yeah, like the video, please subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Goodbye.